Welcome to Gursur Education. The topic of this video is multiple choice questions on historical background of Indian Constitution. Many multiple choice questions will be asked and you can practice these questions multiply. For further information about UGC NET, JRF, you can call or WhatsApp on phone numbers given in the screen. Let's get started. Question number 1. Statement 1. Under the Government of India Act 1919, the Indian Legislature was made more representative and for the frst time bicameral. Statement 2. The Government of India Act 1935 prescribed a federation taking the provinces and the Indian states as units. Which of the statements given above are correct? The option A is, only statement 1 is correct. The option B is, only statement 2 is correct. The option C is, both statements are correct. The option D is, both statements are false. The right answer of the question is, option C, and that is, both statements are correct. Question number 2. Which of the following are the principal features of the Government of India Act 1919? 1. Introduction of Dyachi in the executive government of the provinces. 2. Introduction of separate communal electorates for Muslims. 3. Devolution of legislative authority by the centre to the provinces. 4. Expansion and reconstitution of central and provincial legislatures. The option A is 1, 2 and 3. The option B is 2, 3 and 4. The option C is 1, 2 and 4. The option D is 1, 3 and 4. The right answer of the question is option D, and that is 1, 3 and 4. Question number 3. Statement 1. The first Public Service Commission in India was set up in the year 1926. On the recommendation of the Lee Commission on the Superior Civil Services in India. Statement 2. The Government of India Act 1935 provided for setting up of public service commissions at both the federal and provincial levels. Which of the statements given above are correct? The option A is, only statement 1 is correct. The option B is, only statement 2 is correct. The option C is, both statements are correct. The option D is, both statements are false. The right answer of the question is, option C, and that is, both statements are correct. Question number 4. Which one of the following acts provided the setting up of a board of control in Britain, through which the British government could fully control the British East India Company's civil, military and revenue affairs in India? The option A is, Regulating Act of 1773. The option B is, Pitt's India Act of 1784. The option C is, Charter Act of 1833. The option D is, Government of India Act of 1858. The right answer of the question is, option B, and that is, Pitt's India Act of 1784. Question number 5. 2 lists are given in this question. You have to match correct items of list 1 with correct items of list 2. The list 1, Acts, contains the following items. A. The Government of India Act 1935. B. The Indian Councils Act 1909. C. The Government of India Act 1919. D. The Government of India Act 1858. The list 2, Provisions, contains the following items. 1. Transfer of power from the East India Company to the British Crown. 2. Introduction of separate electorate for Muslims. 3. Introduction of provincial autonomy. 4. Introduction of diarchy in provinces. Below are given the options with different matches. You can pause the video and choose the appropriate answer. The right answer of the question is option B. We suggest you to pause the video to analyze and learn the correct combination. Question number 6. Partially responsible governments in the provinces were established under which one of the following acts? The option A is the Government of India Act, 1919. The option B is the Government of India Act, 1935. The option C is Indian Councils Act, 1909. The option D is Indian Councils Act, 1892. The right answer of the question is option A, and that is the Government of India Act, 1919. Question number 7. The initial idea of recruitment on merit principle can be traced to the option A is Lee Commission. The option B is Macaulay Committee. The option C is Islington Commission. The option D is Maxwell Committee. The right answer of the question is option B, and that is Macaulay Committee. Question number 8. During the period of British rule in India, the rules made under which one of the following were known as the devolution rules? The option A is Government of India Act, 1919. The option B is Indian Councils Act, 1909. The option C is Indian Councils Act, 1892. The option D is Government of India Act, 1935. The right answer of the question is option A, and that is Government of India Act, 1919. Question number 9. Consider the following pairs. Which one of these pairs is correctly matched? The option A is Indian Councils Act, 1892. Principle of election. The option B is Indian Councils Act, 1909. Responsible government. The option C is Government of India Act, 1919. Provincial autonomy. The option D is Government of India Act, 1935. Diarchy in states. The right answer of the question is option A, and that is Indian Councils Act, 1892. Principle of election. Question number 10. Assertion. A. Notwithstanding the introduction of provincial autonomy, the Government of India Act, 1935 retained control of the central government over the provinces in a certain sphere. Reason. R. The governor was required to act in his own discretion in certain matters for which he was to act without ministerial advice and under the control and directions of the Governor-General. The option A is both A and R are true, and R is correct explanation of A. The option B is both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. The option C is A is true but R is false. The option D is A is false but R is true. The right answer of the question is option A, and that is both A and R are true, and R is correct explanation of A. Question number 11. In the federation established by the Act of 1935, residuary powers were given to the. The option A is Federal Legislature. The option B is Provincial Legislature. The option C is Governor General. The option D is Provincial Governor. The right answer of the question is option C, and that is Governor General. Question number 12. Two lists are given in this question. You have to match correct items of list 1 with correct items of list 2. The list 1, Acts, contains the following items. A. Government of India Act, 1858. B. Indian Councils Act, 1861. C. Indian Councils Act, 1909. D. Government of India Act, 1919. The list 2, Provisions, contains the following items. 1. Molly Minto Reforms. 2. Appointment of Secretary of State for India. 3. Beginning of representation and legislative devolution. 4. Diachi in provinces. Below are given the options with different matches. You can pause the video and choose the appropriate answer. The right answer of the question is option B. We suggest you to pause the video to analyze and learn the correct combination. Question number 13. The Government of India Act, 1919, was based upon which of the following reforms? The option A is Molly Minto Reforms. The option B is Montagu-Chelmsford Report. The option C is Ramsay MacDonald Award. The option D is Nehru Report. The right answer of the question is option B, and that is Montagu-Chelmsford Report. Question number 14. Under which one of the following acts was the communal electorate system introduced by the British in India for the first time? The option A is Government of India Act, 1909. The option B is Government of India Act, 1919. The option C is Indian Councils Act of 1861. The option D is Indian Councils Act of 1892. The right answer of the question is option A, and that is Government of India Act, 1909. Question number 15. What were the salient features of the Government of India Act, 1935? 1. Abolition of Council of India. 2. Diachi at the center. 3. Abolition of Diachi in the states. 4. Establishment of Federal Court. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The option A is 2 and 3. The option B is 1, 2 and 3. The option C is 1, 3 and 4. The option D is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The right answer of the question is option D, and that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 16. Two lists are given in this question. You have to match correct items of list 1 with correct items of list 2. The list 1 feature contains the following items. A. Federal scheme of government. B. Diachi in provincial government. C. Communal representation. D. Rigid centralization. The list 2 Act contains the following items. 1. Minto-Molly Reforms, 1909. 2. Indian Councils Act, 1861. 3. Government of India Act, 1935. 4. Montagu-Chelmsford Reforms, 1919. Below are given the options with different matches. You can pause the video and choose the appropriate answer. The right answer of the question is option B. We suggest you to pause the video to analyze and learn the correct combination. Question number 17. Who among the following was the Finance Minister of India in the interim government during 1946-1947? The option A is R.K. Shanmugham Chetty. The option B is John Mathai. The option C is Liaquat Ali Khan. The option D is Chintaman Rao Deshmukh. The right answer of the question is option C, and that is Liaquat Ali Khan. Question number 18. Which one of the following acts laid the foundation of the British administration in India? The option A is Regulating Act, 1773. The option B is Pitt's India Act, 1784. The option C is Indian Councils Act, 1861. The option D is Indian Councils Act, 1892. The right answer of the question is option A, and that is Regulating Act, 1773. Question number 19. Two lists are given in this question. You have to match correct items of list 1 with correct items of list 2. The list 1, Provisions, contains the following items. A. Designation of the Governor-General of Bengal as the Governor-General of India and his government as the Government of India. B. Dyachi introduced in Indian government. C. Twin features of All India Federation and provincial autonomy. D. Control of the Government of India transferred from East India Company to the British Crown. The list 2, Acts, contains the following items. 1. Charter Act of 1833. 2. Government of India Act, 1858. 3. Government of India Act, 1919. 4. Government of India Act, 1935. Below are given the options with different matches. You can pause the video and choose the appropriate answer. The right answer of the question is option C. We suggest you to pause the video to analyze and learn the correct combination. Question number 20. From the given personalities, who was the first Law Minister of India? The option A is Jawaharlal Nehru. The option B is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. The option C is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The option D is T. Krishnamachari. The right answer of the question is option C, and that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Question number 21. With reference to the period of British rule in India, Indian Statutory Commission is popularly known as. The option A is Cabinet Mission. The option B is Hunter Commission. The option C is Sadler Commission. The option D is Simon Commission. The right answer of the question is option D, and that is Simon Commission. Question number 22. During the British rule in India, who was the first Indian to be appointed as law member of the Governor-General's Council? The option A is Raja Kishori Lal Goswami. The option B is Motilal Nehru. The option C is Satyendra Sinha. The option D is Tez Bahadur Saprau. The right answer of the question is option C, and that is Satyendra Sinha.